Hey guys, this is Tony here from Audioholics. Today we're going to be checking out two new streaming preamps and an amplifier from a new company called Arylic. In a COVID world of plexiglass and face shields, let's be clear, that's Arylic, not acrylic. Alright, so let's check out this new beast of an amplifier from Arylic. Look at those bold lines. It's like a tank, a steel vault door, wait, what? That's not the new amplifier? Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so the $169 A50 amplifier with 50 watts per channel is not going to power Gene's old Status 8T speakers, but it is a pretty cool little device. With this box, you can stream your audio to your speakers using your phone or tablet as an interface. The A50 can use Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.0, Apple AirPlay, DLNA, and even universal plug-and-play devices to get your music playing, or you can go wired through USB or RCA. There's no 3.5mm aux in, so that means if you want to play music directly from your laptop through a wire, you'll have to get a converter. Nope, they supply that as well. All three systems we're going to look at today run on either the 4Stream or Muso app, which are available on Google, iOS, and Android devices. Both apps received mixed reviews from users, so I ended up downloading the Muso app to run them. Most people had trouble switching music from one device to another, but I thought the app worked fine, and most of the time I was using Qobuz in the app to stream music to my Arylic devices, so most of the functionality relied on Qobuz rather than Muso. I do think it was a smart move for Arylic to use a third-party app instead of creating their own. That way if you buy any product that uses Muso or 4Stream, you can use the same app to control all your devices. The Arylic devices we're going to look at today all come with Bluetooth 5.0, and we can do an entire video on the pros and cons of Bluetooth versus Wi-Fi. I did try out the Bluetooth, and it worked fine. Normal Bluetooth stuff, easy connectivity, but I had the same problems everyone has with streaming through your phone and Bluetooth. If your phone rings and you're listening to loud music, you shit yourself. I ended up doing the majority of listening through Wi-Fi purposely to prevent that issue. Like I said though, the Arylic devices come with Bluetooth 5.0, so the margin between Wi-Fi and Bluetooth is narrowing, with Wi-Fi still coming up on top, but just barely. Maybe in the near future we can get some of our Audioholics experts to do a blind ear test on Bluetooth 5.0 versus Wi-Fi and see what they think. Alright, so what's so cool about the A50? If you're an audiophile like me, you might have a pair of older bookshelf speakers laying around that you want to do a setup in a home office or a smaller listening room without setting up an entire receiver. Take these Axiom M22 Ti's that we reviewed back in 2007. Audioholics president Gene De La Salle said, "They simply dazzled us." I wasn't sure what kind of performance I'd get out of the A50 with its 50-watt amplifier, but I hooked everything up and tried it out. The A50 does come with a pretty decent little DAC with the STA326. To give you an idea how good it is, go to the Qobuz store online and look at their recommendations for full digital amplifiers. 2 out of 4 of them use the STA326 DAC. I used my iPad to control the A50 through the Muso app. I opened up Qobuz and I got the party started. I have to say I was pleasantly surprised at the sound that this little unit put out. The A50 had enough power to fill my small listening area with high definition 2-channel audio. Now normally I'd give you some poetic alliteration about the clarity of the highs and the mids and so on, but instead I'll just give you my personal experience. During my listening session, I had a Qobuz classic rock channel on, and Guns N' Roses' Knockin' on Heaven's Door came on. I have to say, normally I wouldn't put that song at the top of my listening session, but I was blown away by the sound coming out of my speakers by this little device. Alright, let's look at how the rest of the Arylic devices we have here today work. So let's say you're shopping around for whole home audio. Take Sonos for example. You can scrap all your audiophile gear and start repurchasing a new Sonos unit for each room. Put a Sonos 1 for $200 in this room, a Sonos 5 for $500 in another room, maybe a new Sonos surround system for the living room for $1,900. With the Arylic system, you use your own gear you already have and you turn that into your whole home audio system. You can take several of these A50s at $169 each and a pair of passive speakers, and you've begun to build your whole home audio system. If you do need budget-minded speakers, and you're not sure where to begin, Audioholics posted a great article on our 6 favorite bookshelf speakers for under $100 a pair, written by James Larson. He's heard and made detailed measurements on a ton of speakers over the years. So if he says they're good, chances are they're great. Okay, so the other products we're going to look at today from Arylic are 2 of their preamplifiers, the S10 and the S50 Pro. I guess a more appropriate title would be a wireless streaming preamplifier, since that's the most popular way of using these devices. Both the S10 and the S50 Pro are designed to take a signal, usually through Wi-Fi, and send it to an amplifier or a powered pair of speakers using your phone or tablet as a controller. And then you use the 4Streamer Muso app and run one of your favorite streaming services, such as Qobuz, Spotify, or even Pandora. Just like the A50 amplifier, if you have several of these Arylic devices around the house, you can link them all together to play the same music or different music in each area of your home. The major difference between the $70 S10 and the $200 S50 Pro are the inputs and the DAC, which in the case of the S50 Pro is the ESS Sabre DAC, which is a way better DAC than what comes with the S10. The inputs in the S50 Pro allow you to hook up a variety of devices that you would normally input directly into your receiver. The coax and optical out then allow you to have a digital output, so you can run the DAC from your receiver instead of the DAC inside the Arylic S50 Pro. Alright, so you get these set up, and what you can now do is stream your source material, like a CD or a vinyl record, to all your Arylic preamps or Arylic amps throughout your house. Alright, so I hooked the S50 Pro up to an older non-Wi-Fi, non-Bluetooth Yamaha receiver I had, with a pair of speakers, and then hooked the A50 to the Axiom M22 Ti speakers in another room. By using the app and Qobuz, I was able to stream and control the same music to both systems using an iPad as the controller. Pretty cool. Alright, then I took the S10 and hooked that up to the Yamaha receiver and a pair of speakers, and played music through Qobuz while also sending the same music to the A50 amplifier in another room with the M22 Ti speakers. Since the source material was from Qobuz, the only real difference between the S10 and the S50 Pro was the ESS Sabre DAC and the S50 Pro. Alright, so if you already have receivers in every room of your house and you don't want to spend thousands of dollars on the newest whole home audio system, you could put a $69 Arylic S10 on each receiver and a $169 A50 on any speakers you have in your house. You then put a $200 S50 Pro on your main system to push things like CDs, vinyl, and other analog sources to every room in your home, using your existing hardware, which allows you to purchase from several different companies and choose whatever speakers or receivers you like. So let us know what you think of this video in the comments section below. Give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to visit our Patreon channel at patreon.com/audioholics. And again, this is Tony Leota from Audioholics. Keep listening.